Hello students, welcome to another session of online class of coordinate system. This is the third video in this series. So in today's class we will be revising what we have learned, and we will discuss about vector transformation, Cartesian, and how to convert a Cartesian vector into cylindrical coordinate system. So this is different from converting a point from one system to another. This is, here we are converting a vector from another, from one to another, and we will discuss some problems in this one. So about revision, in the last class we have discussed about following things, like how to convert from one coordinate system to another coordinate system, that is from x, y, z to rho, phi, theta, rho, phi, z, and the third one was r, theta, phi. Okay, in the last class one of the order I have told as r, phi, theta. It should be actually r first, then theta, then phi. Please remember and note down in your notebook. Correct this one. The order of the variables or the coordinates are r, theta followed by phi. Remember, in rho, phi, here phi is the second one, but in the spherical coordinate system phi comes the third point. So this is and we have also seen about the limits. This starts from minus infinity to infinity, this also minus infinity to infinity, and this has also the limit of minus infinity to infinity. This has the limit 0 to infinity, and phi has the limit from 0 degree to 360 degree, and z has the limit minus infinity to infinity. R has the limit 0 to infinity, and phi is same here, so it will be 0 degree to 360 degree. And one more the correction what I have to tell here is about the theta. In the last class I have mentioned it starts from minus pi or minus 180 degree to 180 degree, which is not correct. Actually it should be 0 to 180 degree. Please correct this in your notebook. It starts from 0 to 180 degree. The reason for that is, like for example, see the point A here. Actually, to get this point, first I have to set an angle for with respect to x-axis, and then move in that direction, and the angle between this one is the theta angle. So this is the phi angle, this is the theta angle, then this is the length r. Now why it is sufficient that 0 to 180 degree is sufficient? Because, for example, if I am considering another point like this one, which is in below, so what I have to set the following parameters. The first one is like I have to set an angle with the x-axis. So first positive x-axis, with the positive x-axis how much is the angle, so that comes up to this point, and then along with the z-axis this much angle. So along with the z-axis, even if it is positive or negative, it may go up to this only. So it starts from 0 degree up to 180 degree. There is no need of minus 180, because minus 180 means like this. But to get that point, we have already 360 degree rotation here. So if I want here, I can get here and move down or move up. So again it will be 0 to 180 degree. Okay, just analyze this one and you will understand. So the limit is 0 to 180 degree. So these are the corrections in the last class. Please just note down this one. The order of parameters are r, theta, phi, and the values for theta starts from 0 and maximum 180 degree. So this is very important, don't miss this one. So in today's class we will discuss about how to transform a given vector into another. So for example, I want to find the component of a vector A in the direction of B, how I will get? So what I have to do is I have to get the component of vector A in the direction of vector B. Okay, so component of vector A is, as we have discussed, the length. This length will be mod A cos theta. Okay, and what is the unit vector along this one? The unit vector along the direction of B will be vector B divided by mod B. Correct? Right? So, if I want the component along this direction, what I have to do? I have to get the component of A along that direction and multiply it with the B by B. Now, if I multiply this vector mod A cos theta with the mod B, what I will get? If B is a unit vector, instead of A, if I have unit vector here, so what changes will happen? It is just I have to find the value of A dot B, right? A dot B will give what? A dot B will give AB cos theta. AB cos theta. Now what I want is A cos theta. So what I have to do? I have to divide it by magnitude of B. So what I will get? A cos theta. Correct? So the component of A along the direction of B is given by AB cos theta divided by B, magnitude of B. Now AB cos theta is nothing but A dot B. If I want this is A and this is unit vector, then what I have to do? Vector A, instead of B, I have unit vector divided by magnitude of unit vector. So what is that? What is the magnitude of unit vector? That will be 1. So vector A dot A. So I can generalize like this. If a given vector A is there and you want the direction of, you want the component of that vector along the direction of a unit vector A cap, then that will be A dot A cap. This is a very important result. For example, if the vector A is there, I want the component of A along unit vector Ax cap, then it will be A dot Ax. If I want it is in the direction of AR, so what I have to do? A dot AR. So this is how we will do. So this is a very important result. The component of vector along the direction of a given unit vector is given by the dot product of that vector with the unit vector. Okay. Now we will convert a given Cartesian vector. So how it will be? A Cartesian vector A is given by the x component of A is represented as Ax with the unit vector along that direction is Ax cap, plus the y component is Ay, so Ay cap, plus the z component is Az, so Az cap. So what I want, I have to convert. This is in Cartesian. So I want this one in cylindrical. So vector A in cylindrical form. So vector A in cylindrical form can be represented as arrow cap, as we have here. And what is the second parameter? Phi. So a phi cap plus Az cap. Because here it is x, y, z, here it is rho, phi, z. Correct? Now I need to find the value of a rho is how much. I want the value of a phi is how much. And we know the third one is nothing but Az itself. Now how to find the value of a rho? What is a rho actually? A rho is a scalar quantity, which is not vector, and it is the component of A in the direction of, what is the direction? Arrow cap. In the direction of arrow cap. So as we have discussed in the previous one, in the direction of any unit vector is given by that vector into A. So what it will be? So arrow will be A dot arrow cap. Now what will be the value of A5 then? A5. So it will be same, A in the direction of A5 cap. So how we will get dot product of vector A with the A5 cap. Now AZ, similarly A in the direction of AZ cap, since we know, but still we can write A dot AZ cap. Okay, so our next aim is we have to find the values. So what is that? Arrow is A dot arrow cap will be, what is the value? What is A? In Cartesian it is ax cap plus ay cap plus az cap dot arrow cap. So dot product is distributive along addition, so I can distribute the dot product. So ax cap dot arrow cap plus ay cap dot arrow cap plus az cap dot arrow cap. So I want ax dot arrow cap, ay dot arrow cap and az dot arrow cap. What is the value of this three value? So we'll go to the simulation and see the values of arrow cap and all these directions. So what is dot product actually? Dot product of A dot B. A dot B is equal to mod A mod B cos theta, where theta is the angle between A and B. So I want, first we will find the value of Ax dot arrow. So let me consider. So this is a Cartesian coordinate, cylindrical coordinate system, so I need not to use these parameters. I need the vector. Okay, so this is the row vector. Now where is the direction of x? The x is in this direction, red one. So this is the direction of x, this is the direction of row. Okay, this is the direction of, and what is this angle? So if I zoom this one, okay, so where is x? X is this direction. So ax cap will be this one, unit vector of length 1, and arrow cap will be here, and this is ay cap, and this is az cap, upward is az cap. Now the first one is I have to find ax cap dot arrow cap. So what is the value of ax cap dot arrow cap here? So as we said, A dot B is AB cos theta. So the modulus of A, the first one, is 1 into the modulus of second one is 1 into cos of angle between these two. So what is this angle? The angle along x-axis and the row is called as phi, right? So cos phi. So 1 into cos phi, that will be cos phi. So we got the first value. Ax dot arrow cap is equal to how much? Cos phi. Now, what is the second one? We have to find the value of ay dot arrow cap. So how to find the value of ay dot arrow cap? So we'll go to the simulation here. So this is the direction of AY, this is the direction of AY, and this is the direction of F. So these two, this and this angle is phi. So what is this angle? So totally this angle is 90 degree. So what is this angle? That will be 90 minus phi. This angle will be 90 minus phi. So the angle between arrow and AY will be 90 minus phi. So arrow cap dot AY cap or AY cap dot arrow will be the modulus of first into the modulus of second into cos of angle between them is 90 minus phi. So we know that cos 90 minus phi is sin phi. So we got the second relation also. So what is that? AY dot arrow cap is equal to sin phi. Correct? Okay, so what is the last one? AZ dot arrow cap. So what is AZ dot arrow cap? AZ is in this direction, upward. Arrow is in this direction. So what is the angle between them? What is the angle between the row and these two? This one and this one. It is 90 degree, right? So using that, what is the value of cos 90? Cos 90 is 0. So we can directly write arrow dot AZ cap will be 0. So arrow dot AZ cap is equal to 0. So we got all the three relations. Okay, AX dot arrow, AY dot arrow, and AZ dot arrow. So the final value of arrow will be, arrow is equal to AX cos phi plus AY sin phi plus 0. So AX cos phi plus AY sin phi. Okay, so this is the relation for arrow. Now we will go for a phi component. So what is a phi? As we discussed, a phi will be vector A dot a phi cap, that is AX cap plus AY cap plus AZ cap dot a phi cap. That is again AX dot a phi cap plus AY is a scalar into AY dot a phi cap plus AZ dot a phi AZ into. So we want the value of AX dot a phi, AY dot a phi, AZ dot a phi. So we will move to the simulation where we will have, so I'll erase all these things. So how to get the direction of a phi? What is the direction of phi? So it is just like see the phi will be in rotating, it's like a circle, right? So it is always the direction of the circle. But what is the direction of a circle? The direction of the circle is always tangential to its rim. So if this is the circle, if this is the circle, this is the circle, so here is the circle, the direction of phi will be tangential to this one. So the direction of phi will go like this. So this is the direction of phi. The same I can reproduce here. This is the angle phi. So since this is phi, this will be phi now. Alright. Correct? What is this angle? Because these two are in 90 degree. Okay. So these are perpendicular. Radius and tangential is always perpendicular. So that is why this angle is 90 degree, means this angle is also 90 degree. So this angle is phi. So this angle will be 90 minus 5. Correct? So again we have to find the value of A. So the angle between x-axis and this one is 90. So this is the x-axis, right? This is the positive x-axis. This is the positive x-axis. This is the positive x-axis. This is our phi direction. So I'm, instead of taking here, I took in the origin. So what is the total angle? The total angle is this one, 90 plus 5. So 90 plus 5. Okay. So ax dot a phi is equal to ax dot a phi is equal to modulus of first one 1 into cos of 90 plus 5 will be minus sin phi, because in the second quadrant sin is negative, right? So that is done. Now what is this one? Ay dot a rho, a phi cap. So it is ay 1, a phi 1, and the angle between y axis and a phi is phi. So 1 into cos of angle between them is phi. So it will be cos phi. And what about z? Z is always perpendicular to this one, right? If we see like this, where comes the z? So this is the direction of phi, right? Tangential, and this is z. So we have the angle between these two. This is in this plane only. This is 90 degree. So az dot a phi is equal to 0. So we got three values. So ax dot a phi is equal to minus sin phi. Ay dot a phi is equal to how much? Cos phi. And az dot a phi is equal to 0. And the last one is, we want the component az. Az is equal to a dot az cap, which will be ax cap plus ay cap plus az cap dot az, which will be ax into ax dot az, which will be 0 because x and z are perpendicular. Ay dot az cap, which will be again 0 because, so what left is az dot az, which will be az. So totally vector A, which is ax cap plus ay cap plus az cap is converted to arrow cap plus a phi cap plus az cap, where arrow is equal to ax cos phi plus x cos phi plus what we have got here is x cos phi plus ay sin phi. And a phi is equal to, what is the value of a phi? A phi will be ax minus ax sin phi plus ay cos phi, and AZ will be AZ itself. Okay, so this is the expression. So in order to simplify this cross product or dot product, or remember this dot product, we will make a table like this. Just note down this table: AX, AY, AZ, dot producted with the arrow cap, A5 cap and AZ cap. The value will be AX dot arrow, we know the value is cos phi, AY dot arrow is my sin phi, and AZ dot arrow will be 0. Similarly, AX dot A phi is minus sin phi, this is cos phi, and this value is 0, and X dot AZ is 0, 0, and this value is 1. So this is the value or the table which is used to calculate. So we'll do a problem, simple problem, then we'll understand how to solve this. So the transform the vector b equal to y ax cap minus x ay cap plus z az cap. So what I have to do, I have to get the cylindrical coordinates. So cylindrical coordinates are b rho, b phi, bz. If you are not into the by hearting, so you can directly use the expression, that is b dot arrow will give b rho. So how to get that one? So b dot arrow will be y ax cap minus x ay cap plus z az cap dot arrow. So what is this? Y ax dot arrow, you know that from the table it will be cos phi. So y cos phi minus, next ay dot arrow is sin phi, so minus x sin phi, and the third one is 0. Now the problem is that there is a term y and there is a term x, but we want to transform this into cylindrical, and we know that in cylindrical there is no term called y and x, we have only rho, phi and z. So what we have to do, we have to use the conversions. So in the last class we have seen that y is equal to rho sin phi. So this is y is equal to rho sin phi cos phi minus x is cos phi, rho cos phi, right? X is rho cos phi, so rho cos phi is nothing but x, rho cos phi sin phi. So now these two terms are same, rho sin cos, so the value will be 0. So b rho is 0. Now we have to find the value of b phi. So what is b phi? B dot a phi cap, so that will be y ax cap minus x ay cap plus z az cap into what is the term, dot a phi. So how much? This will be ax dot a phi, we know that ax dot a phi is minus sin phi, so that will be y minus y sin phi minus x ay dot a phi is cos phi, so x cos phi. So again the same problem, y and x are not in cylindrical, so we have to convert this one. This is very important, most of the time we'll do this mistake, we'll stop here. But the problem is we want the value of y and x in this coordinate, which should be substituted. So y and x should be converted to cylindrical. So what is the value of y? Y is rho sin phi minus x is rho cos phi. So what you will get is minus rho here there is a minus sign, so my minus row I can take in both. So left is sin square phi plus cos square phi. So totally adding sin square phi plus cos square phi is 1, so you will get minus rho, and bz will remain az, bz itself, that is z. There is no need of conversion. So we got b is equal to 0 a rho cap plus minus rho a phi cap plus z az cap. So this is the final converted value. So this is how we have to do the conversion. Okay, so that's all about today's class. Thank you.